my lovelies. Today on my tailoring table, I wanted to share what I'm doing today. It is Sunday. I am having, oh my God, the best day ever. I am so lucky to be doing what I do. This is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Today, I've got a really beautiful dress on my table. On the left side, we needed to take in her cups. These shoulder straps and cups were it was just a little bit too much for her on top. And so many of the wedding dresses now are just so sheer. You can see right through them. I'm not really sure what designers are thinking. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. They are gorgeous, gorgeous garments, beautiful gowns, but I'm sorry, if you're getting married and you can see through the dress and see your nipples, I don't know. Is that really the wedding dress that everybody wants today? I'm not sure. Anyway, so what we've done is I have taken very small, thin pads, and I hand lined them. I just took some nude fabric and like covered this little piece, and wow, don't get caught on me. Calm down. Anyway, so that she can wear it without having any concerns about, you know, what her grandparents are seeing her getting married in. So anyway, on this dress, you can kind of see I've got it folded over back here, right? And you can see this beautiful, beautiful lace. This lace, as you can see right there, it's like a rayon, and it is very, very, very fragile because of the satin stitch. It's like a, you know, the embroidery is this really very soft rayon, and if you would accidentally maybe cut one of those threads, the whole thing unravels. So you have to have a lot of patience, which I do have a lot of patience. And I peel back, very gently peel back the lace. And in another video, the one I made yesterday, I was showing you how I see that little knot on the end of my needle there. I actually knot it with a single thread, and I blind stitch it across there all by hand. I just, being a couture tailor, a lot of people do not know what it means, but what couture tailoring or couture garments, what it means is that it's done by hand. Not, I mean, yes, you can achieve almost anything by hand. The only things that maybe you couldn't achieve is like a wrapped edge, like a satin wrapped edge that maybe this awesome machine over here can do for me. Or on some garments, like through the hips, it needs to be really, really tight, like doing a mermaid or a fit and flare or something. And maybe the fabric that I'm working on isn't as giving as this. This has a bit of a give because it's the illusion tool that's mostly made out of. So there's some stretch. But say I was working with, for example, a taffeta or a woven silk or something. You really want to have something maybe a little stronger. I will reinforce it with this bad boy over here. And my happy little singer. I'm a big singer fan. Anyway, I would say almost 100%. I would say very, very honestly, 80% of everything I do is just by needle and thread. So back to the project at hand. I have folded back the lace. I don't know if you can see, it's completely folded back, and I just pinned it back out of the way up there. And then these needles here are thread pins. My God, could you talk, Rhonda? Anyway, these pins here are holding my dart in place. After I am finished going through with this, just a running lock stitch by hand, then I will fold all the lace over and blindly hand stitch with single thread around all of it. This side is completely finished. So this is the original flower composition. The motif of this lace has not changed at all. You cannot see anywhere that my dart is, because I've taken all this, and where this folded up on this, I've folded it down. The reason I do that is because I don't want to have a repeated I just feel like it's easier to hide what you're doing when you're doing such fine detailed work and you're moving lace around. It's nice to have that flow, even though pretty much it's pretty symmetrical. Lace in itself is not 100% symmetrical. So I feel like when I'm doing hand tailoring on like cups, for example, I believe they should be sisters, not twins. And so, because we are not built the same, everybody's a little different here and there. So on this, if you look closely, you can actually see my tiny little stitches where that continues. And on the inside, I did sew on that cup, so it's harder for me to show you, but you know, a lot of patience and love and care, and you can pretty much get fabric to do whatever you want it to do. I have you on this side you can see my hand running stitch there, but then I've kind of held down the flat with a loving whip stitch, you know, kind of generously spaced, probably a 1/4 inch apart, and then just hand rolling this up so that it just gently flows back in and there's no divot or anything where that continues. If I wanted to, I could actually maybe get another piece of like a leaf or something and then even cover it up on that, which I yet may do. It just depends when I'm finished both sides, you know, how I feel it's looking. But I wanted to update you and let you know this is how a couture dart is being placed on a very sheer illusion bodice, where really you cannot hide boo-boos, you can't hide mistakes. So completed, which I think looks pretty magnificent. I mean, you can't even tell where it began. You can almost see this here slightly, but the pattern of the grid underneath hides it pretty well. But that's what I'm doing. I'm having a major blast doing it. While I gotta give a shout out to my one of my super favorite YouTubers out there, Bernadette Banner. I am addicted to her channel, as well as, this is what I'm watching today. She is let's see, what are we watching right now this minute? Making frilly Victorian underwear. 1890s combinations. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a historical fashion major nerd. As far as literature goes, I'm crazy addicted to historical, classic English literature. I love anything Charles Dickens. I love every single letter and sentence that Jane Austen ever wrote. I just adore every bit of it. The other YouTuber that I'm incredibly obsessed with is Karolina Zabrowska. I believe she's in Poland. She's a kick in the pants. She's absolutely hilarious, and freaking love these girls, man. I feel like they're my soul sisters. And when I'm sitting here and when I'm sewing, I do real old world European style couture tailoring. And there's a lot of couture tailors out there. There's a lot of great tailors out there. Not a lot of couture tailors. I take that back. There's very few left. But for me, I find that the quality of my finished product, which shines really in the happiness and tears of my very happy clients when they try on something that fits them so beautifully, is taking the time to actually put it together with care. I love using historically accurate stitching. This particular stitch that I'm using here is early 1800s is the type of running stitch. It's a running lock stitch. I guess it's called a running back stitch, to be exact. But it's lovely. It's strong. It's accurate. I mean, if it isn't broken, why fix it? I just don't. I don't see why. I don't see the benefit in rushing through to do alterations on something this gorgeous and just be going as fast as you can. I just don't see the benefit in it. To me, it makes no sense at all. This is a dress that her life is going to change the minute she walks down the aisle in this dress. Shouldn't the tailoring have just as much care and love put into it? That's just my concept. So anyway, that's from the table of Ronda Hale. And I'm going to post this for BridalMD.com. I'm also posting it for my other business, RedCarpetTailor.com. Because BridalMD, I only do the wedding dresses. Red Carpet Tailor, I cater to all garments that are higher end garments, and you know, people who have more discerning tastes and what they need in the care of their clothing. You know, they want loving care, some TLC. That's what they're gonna get here. And so anyway, I hope you're having a great day, because I sure as heck am having an awesome day.